I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
Getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Welcome in 100.7 The Score. It's the Bottom Line. You just thought I was leaving.
Well, you said you weren't leaving. I heard
Chois
you.
is coming back.
Are we sure?
Allegedly. I just flipped it to Good Morning Football. Is that Manti Te'o? I don't know who the other guy is. Seems new.
He's not standing like this, so I don't know.
Oh. Hey-o.
I mean, that's such a bad joke for him because he didn't do anything wrong.
Well.
I mean, he was the victim.
Yes.
But he's the joke.
Sure.
But if he would stand like that, it would be much funnier.
Fairly certain that's Manti Te'o.
I say this not 100% confident that it didn't happen, and if it did, I apologize to Catfish for not doing it, but I will forever regret they didn't have an actual Catfish episode with Manti Te'o to see if he had a breakdown or was like, you lied to me.
So that was pre-Catfish.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what the timeline was. Really? It was
that might have started Catfish.
Yeah, I think that happened, and then they did the movie. I think it was all at the same time that catfishing was getting termed, popularized.
Man, I thought that show was on way before that.
Maybe.
I could be wrong.
We'd have to do some.
It's one of those guilty pleasure shows that it wasn't like I'm staying up to date with, I wasn't staying up to date with every single new episode, and it was like, oh, new episode this Tuesday. But when I would see it on, when I'd be flipping through the channels, I would stop and watch, and it was incredible. And it's back, right? Or it is coming back?
Well, now that you're saying that, I don't think it ever left.
Oh, who knows?
I think they just got our new host. I think Max left. Neve.
Yeah.
Neve's been there the whole time. You a Catfish guy?
Not a Catfish guy.
Did you ever see the movie?
No, I did not.
Fascinating.
It is a fascinating situation.
Well, that too.
In general.
You ever been catfished, Jeff?
No. Well, okay, let's back that up. Has someone tried to catfish me? Yes. Everybody on the internet is male until proven otherwise.
Sure.
And if you operate with that idea, and I mean proven otherwise, that you keep yourself out of trouble. Now, if I was a girl, everybody online would be female. And that would also, it's the same concept of the keep out of trouble. Yeah. No, it's not. There have been several attempts on Facebook or whatever, and it's.
Yeah, I don't chat with strangers.
I will, but I don't answer their question like they want me to. So where do you live, Tranquility Base?
What was your first pet's name? What's your mother's maiden name?
Yeah, no, we're not answering those questions.
Hello.
The Texas Rangers.
Catfished. No, I'm sorry. Wait, sorry.
Not catfished. Well,
they kind of 3 this weekend.
They've kind of catfished themselves at times. The Rangers 2 out of 3 this weekend. Big weekend. And they have some opportunities coming up. So at some point with Jeff and Clint, we'll talk about if you were the GM. We can get to play GM here.
For the Rangers?
If you were the GM for the Rangers, what kind of moves would you be making? And when would you confirm or deny your opportunities to be a major buyer and or seller, or the new kind of both that has happened with the advent of the extra wild cards?
I'd trade probably 3 best starting arms and middle infield to the Royals, and
yeah, let's package Leiter and DeGrom for
Evaldi.
Yeah, for nobody. Yeah, let's just send them all to the Royals.
Draft picks in the future.
Yes, we'll go
and the all important cash considerations.
Yeah.
Got to have the cash considerations.
Maybe a player to be named later.
And I'd also say, but we'll pay for Seager's contract as we trade him over there. Don't
Okay.
worry.
Oh, you'll
Yeah.
take the money. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're just a good guy. As a GM, just a good guy.
Yeah. Sure. So we'll do that at some point today. The Rangers starting a series with the Athletics, the no-home Athletics, as they stay home for one more series. And then they'll go have a Seattle series in there at some point. Oh, no, they have the Braves and then Seattle.
Yeah, I was about to say, they got
So the
Braves.
A's, Braves, Seattle,
Yes.
and then back home.
Yes.
So they have a stretch of a lot of home games here to the trade deadline.
Yes.
And that Seattle game kind of sandwiching the trade deadline. And then they'll come back home after the trade deadline. So if there's ever an opportunity, and we've done this a couple of times, but if there's ever an opportunity for the Rangers to kind of create some space, or at least kill some space, it would be
Now.
But
you also just got back to 500.
just got back to 500, above 500, back to 500 in the last two games. And the A's, no matter how bad they are a tough draw for the Rangers.
For some reason.
Always. For some reason.
Although the Rangers get DeGrom at some point in this series, so that'll help. I don't know how Evaldi's back is. And you get him back in,
allegedly going to start against the A's was the initial report.
like Wednesday?
Allegedly.
Allegedly
Okay.
has been thrown out a lot here in the first segment.
Allegedly has been used.
There is a rumor that allegedly will be used a lot. Yes.
Allegedly.
Apparently.
Apparently. Jeff, were you the apparently kid as a child?
I don't think so.
Have you seen? Do you know what he's talking about?
I have no idea what he's talking about.
That's
See, when I hear allegedly, I go Letterkenny. That's where I go.
You kind of do look like the apparently kid growing up.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little
Okay.
bit. We'll look at it in the break.
That's not a bad thing.
No.
Then why are you both laughing?
Well, it's a funny video.
Okay.
It's a kid on the news, and he's trying to sound older, I guess.
Okay.
And his fill word is apparently instead of and he just says apparently about 7.
Oh, wait a minute. I think I have seen that kid.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't me.
We can also talk Darrion Williams, as he, for some reason, is in and around some beef with Grant McCasland and the Red Raiders. So we'll talk through that as well, but after the headlines.
Do we know what the beef is about?
I have ideas, but no, not really.
Does it involve something green?
That would be my guess, but
Okay.
not on the outward appearances.
We're being signaled at something. I regret paying attention to Clint there. No, I'm kidding. I'm
Just walking
kidding.
off with the mic. I haven't watched this in so long. It's like another minute of that.
Throws his granddad under the bus, dude, just trying to watch the Powerball.
Hey, man. Watch the news for what you want to watch it for.
Amen. As a host on this show often says, you do you.
I will give you $10 if you can tell me the 4-letter call station for the news network there.
KXV.
You're already
T.
out, Jeff.
I wouldn't even know where to guess.
A letter, probably.
K.
Nope. WNEP. You guys are right there. Channel 16.
Back
So
after
they are-
this, 100.7, the Scar. It's the bottom line.
Wow.
Getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Welcome back. It's the bottom line. What's on the score?
Good job.
Rob Rowe, Jeff McGuire, Clint Scott for another 30 minutes. You can join us in the First United Bank studio. A couple of ways. You can call in on the Visual Edge IT hotline, 806-771-0973. Or you can hit us up on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. They're on the apps, brought to you by Happy State Bank. You can also find us online at doubleTSportsNetwork.com. Clint Scott has begun looking at everyone else in the Big 12. He's written about Arizona, one big question for Arizona, one big question for Arizona State. I would assume alphabetically he'll continue that. The big question is
jokes on you,
people
Utah's.
on their toes.
So Baylor
Utah's next.
Baylor probably next. The question is, Clint, are you a UCF guy or a Central Florida guy?
I like saying Central Florida if I think there's a chance of UC. I like saying Central Florida Golden Knights if there's a chance of them listening to make them angry.
Sure.
But in general conversation, it's UCF. It's just easy. Crisp and clean.
But in alphabetical order, are they Central Florida or UCF?
Probably UCF.
Okay.
I
agree.
The right answer.
I agree, and they want to be UCF. But like the Big 12 puts them UCF as
Central Florida?
CF. Yeah, but they say UCF.
I don't have a problem with UCF.
But it's AABU.
Right, yeah,
C.
yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
A-B-U-C. How does the new alphabet go again? We did this a while back.
Oh, I can't even do it. Have you seen this, the new alphabet song?
Oh, God. Why?
They changed the alphabet song.
Why?
Because LMNOP was too hard.
That's right.
A, B,
That's
C, D,
where it
E, F,
was.
G, H, I, J, K,
LMNOP is too
O,
hard.
P, Q, R, S, T. That's what it is. Yeah.
That might be...
So the Texas Rangers have a stretch coming up. Currently, they are 4 games back. Sorry, 3.5 back of the Mariners. The Mariners
Okay.
are 4 back of the Astros, so 7.5 in the AL West. And they are 4-ish games back from the wild card.
Okay.
But in the hunt of the wild card.
In the neighborhood of.
In the neighborhood of. The Rangers' schedule coming up, 3 against the Athletics, 3 against the Braves, all at home. They've been better at home. 8 games above 500 at home, 8 games below on the road.
They are a lot better at home.
Then they have 3 against the Angels and 1 against Seattle. That is on the 31st. That's the
Before
trade
the
deadline.
trade
day.
deadline. Yes.
So technically that game is after the trade deadline.
The 31st?
Well, it's the 31st at
at noon
4 p.m.
it
or
is,
whatever.
yeah. Okay.
So 8:40, you'll know your trade deadline stuff by the time that game
Starts.
kicks off, whatever.
First pitch.
So you'll have 9 games from today to the trade deadline. What does the record need to be to go all in? If there is a record, you might say just go all in regardless.
Okay, so
all into buying.
Right,
Not necessarily
Not
necessarily buying 6 guys.
But going all in, and we are going after this. You guys have finally figured out how to hit the baseball again with your pitching staff that is doing well. Let's go get you some bullpen help. All in.
Yeah, all in. Maybe a couple of bullpen arms and 2 hitters.
To go that crazy?
Yeah.
To go all in, all my chips are in the center of the table, 7-2.
7-2. And that's at least 1 sweep.
Uh-huh.
Would you say the sweep probably needs to be against the Athletics?
Or the Angels.
Or the Angels. So some division
Somebody
sweep.
somebody in the division you see a lot. And I would say 2 of 3 from the Braves.
Win every series
Yep.
and sweep somebody. Clint, would you back that up as what does the Rangers' record need to be in the next 9?
This has been backed by Clint Scott.
Stamp of approval. The Clint Scott stamp of approval.
Now, if I'm just going to go get some pieces and see what, like, kind of, I don't want to say, like, we're being reserved, but we're making some, to get a couple of bullpen arms kind of concept, I would absolutely think about it if they're at 6-3. I don't want to say just 5-4. That feels like it's kind of, if they're playing well at 5-4 and you've just had, like, your bullpen where I'm trying to fix implode a couple of games, it gets you to that 5-4. I could make that decision, but if you want me to go all in and go get you a bunch of pieces, 9-2, 7-2. in the next 9.
If there was one move beyond the bullpen, it's some kind of home run threat at a corner infield position, yes? Though Jock Peterson is coming back, I don't know that you say, man, after the start Jock Peterson had, can't wait to get him back in the lineup. Though he is healthy again.
I want Josh to figure out at third. And I know you can't rely on that, but he was an all-star for a reason. He was leading the Rangers in hitting before June started for a reason. He's not incapable. He's just in his head, and he's got to get out of that. So I don't want to go get a third baseman you're going to have stick around for the next year when you've got a guy like Josh, who I still think is – this is going to sound ridiculous, but one good night's sleep away from getting it fixed.
Right.
Like, because it's all in his head. It's not that he's forgotten how to swing a bat. It's not that he's forgotten what a ball and strike is, although there's some of that with the chasing that he's done, but some of that's gotten better too. It's he's going to wake up and see a beach ball again instead of an aspirin. And when that happens, he's going to be knocking the cover off the ball like he did at the beginning of the year. Now, and you can throw the injury concern at me all you want. Show me a guy who can get hit in the hand with a 90-mile-an-hour fastball and not break his hand. And then I'll let you say that guy's not injury prone. Are injuries a concern? Yes, because Josh should be further along in his major league career than he is because he's had just some really random what the heck is going on injuries. But I want Josh to be the third baseman for the Rangers, not just because of his Red Raider ties, but because he's really good. He's just broken right now.
So we go first baseman.
You just got one of those.
Rowdy Tellez.
That's why you brought him up. That's why you got him to come in.
Yeah, but that's not a trade. I'm saying like making a big trade.
Right, but what are you going to trade? Like, that's the next question. What are you giving up?
So you think you're just bullpen away, and the lineup should just figure it out.
Your starting pitching is good enough to let a meager offense contend. Your bullpen has not held up there under that bargain, and I need at least two. One is not going to fix the problems for the bullpen. I need two guys that can go out there that can be relied on, whether that be a closer. Although I don't know, I've just been upset with your closing with the Rangers, but that type of attitude, have an ultimate setup guy, an eighth inning guy to go to your closer. I'm listening to that conversation, and then I need another mid-range guy that can go in and eat up some innings on the rare occasion that your starting pitching hasn't held up.
I just want Ezekiel Duran and Justin Foscue off the Major League roster.
Now, those aren't necessarily bad plans either.
That's what I want.
I would like all of these guys to remember how to hit the baseball again.
Certainly the main 4 or 5. And I'm putting Evan Carter and Wyatt Langford in with Simeon and Seager.
Yeah.
And Adolis.
Adolis is the big one. He's the one that...
It could be that Adolis is the odd man out if you add a big bat.
You're paying him too much.
No, you're not.
Didn't you just sign a contract like last year?
For like $9 million.
Why did I think it was more than that? I thought like it was in the 20 range.
I don't think so.
I could be wrong. I may retract that statement.
As he's feverishly Googling spottrack.com. Terrible.
2 year, $14 million.
So 7.
So 7. All right, I retract that. You're not paying him too much.
And this is the final year of that deal. So you can be a rental somewhere.
He can be a rental somewhere.
And
but who's going to rent him?
Well, he's
the Astros. The Astros would absolutely rent him. Can you imagine the turmoil that would cause in Houston?
All right, Josh Hader for Adolis Garcia. Let's do it. Would they still boo him?
Yes, but until he hits the home run.
More after this. 100.7 The Score. It's the end of the bench. That's the bottom line. Dang it.
Bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Welcome back, 100.7 The Score. It is The Bottom Line for one more segment with me, and then Choice and Jamie, I believe, will come back in here with Clint.
I think they just didn't want to work with me again, is where that came about.
Oh, this is terrible news. From Mr. B, apparently Malcolm Jamal Warner has passed. Theo from The Cosby Show. In a drowning, a drowning accident. That's terrible. It's kind of a bummer to start this segment, but Theo from The Cosby Show. All right, this texter from the text line says, not sure if this has been discussed, but what the heck is up with D5 seemingly throwing shade at Coach Grant McCasland on Twitter? What's the deal with that? Okay. I generally stay away from weird social media activity from college athletes.
Oh, okay.
No, I partake in plenty of weird social media activity.
Right. It was the college athletes that got me there. Good.
But I try to stay away from college athletes being weird on Twitter because they're 18, 19,
sure.
20, 22, 23, however Darrion Williams is now.
I follow the rule that if I don't follow anybody until after they leave tech, and if I need to see something that they have said, somebody I follow will let me know about it.
Sure. And that's what's happened here.
Uh-huh.
I don't follow Darrion Williams either, but there was an Instagram story, I believe, late last week, of a photo of Texas Tech players in the tournament celebrating, and there was a black heart emoji, and I think it was a black and white photo, but a black heart emoji over Grant McCasland's face with the caption, should have won the Natty, or something to that effect.
Like, some of y'all don't want to hear this.
Some of y'all don't want to hear this, should have won the Natty.
Yeah.
That's from Darrion Williams. And then this week,
here's the thing. If you were to poll Red Raider fans, they might agree with him.
maybe.
As good as that team was, you had a shot.
Absolutely. And you shouldn't have lost to Florida. You were up 10 with 3 minutes to go and lost that game.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you still had to win a Final Four game and, a national championship game. But
that team was talented enough, that team was good enough that we were talking about it.
Then again today.
Oh, this was today.
Some guy tweets, I know how to win the last game of the year, in all caps, in quotes, and then says, at Coach Grant Mack. And to me, that was, that's a quote from Grant McCasland at his JUCO season, because you've heard him say that before. We want to play to win the last game of the year, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I think he said that in a press conference during the tournament, right? That was his goal. That's always his goal.
Yeah.
Well, Darrion Williams comments to crying emojis, not laughing crying, just crying emojis, and gets ratioed to oblivion on Twitter today. And that makes me think that the original post was also a negative on Grant McCasland that I didn't understand.
And what makes it weirder is if it's not like meant to be bad and it's just being misconstrued, genuinely you can like retweet it and say, this is not how you guys are meaning it, but instead deletes it.
Yeah.
And then people even more so are like, bring it back. Like,
right.
Don't delete it.
Now, obviously, there's more to the story with Grant McCasland and Darrion Williams than that's been reported, because nothing's been reported. He just left.
He took the Asa Lasagna train.
He goes to the NBA process, gets out of the NBA process. When he's out of the NBA process, moves on to North Carolina State.
Yes.
And Will Wade. Why, A, do the Instagram story? Why, B, put the black heart over his face, McCasland's face? And why, C, basically triple down at this point with crying emojis in what could be construed as a negative to his former head coach?
Okay, so I'm going to just dip my toe into devil's advocate for just a minute. Bear with me, please.
Go ahead.
Why the picture of the old teammates? thinking about his old teammates, thinking how good they were, knowing they had a chance. Man, we could have won a title. And then see someone he does not like in that picture for whatever reason and puts the black heart over. Thinks that's AB. I am so mad at this person. I do not want to see this person's face have a black heart. But my teammates, I have nothing but love for and fond memories of. I want to celebrate those teammates.
Isn't that still shade being thrown, though?
Yeah,
right. But
it's still
if he makes the free throw,
still making it very clear
Sure.
that even in that regard of like,
Well, I don't think there's anybody that
I
thinks
don't
those
like
two.
this, and we don't have a good relationship, and it did not end well. And
Does
if I-
anybody think it ends well?
That's not devil's advocate though. That's just explaining the
but
picture.
I'm explaining why the first two, and
Yeah.
he wasn't initially going out to attack Grant McCaslin in the initial thought. That's where the devil's advocate is.
But you, okay,
But you still, if you're doing it that way, then you just don't put a black heart over it, and
right?
you're still celebrating with your teammates, and you're also not saying, "Hey, look at this exact placement over this guy's face,"
Sure.
letting you know also, like, two things can be true.
Right.
Yeah, without the black heart, it's man, we should have won the Natty.
Right. Absolutely.
With the black heart, it's man, we should
But
have won
I-
the Natty, but
I
the
hate that
coach
guy.
screwed it.
And here's
and
a
I hate that
reason
guy.
why we didn't.
Yes.
Right.
Um,
Even though he missed the free throws and Grant didn't.
Grant left him in the game. Should have pulled him before he got fouled to shoot the free throw.
I guess.
That's how that works, right? Yeah, it's
He's also the reason you're there because of what he did against Arkansas.
absolutely. And he's also a college aged athlete that is on social media that is going to say dumb things. And thank God I was not on social media like these guys are now when I was in college or high school or really even now at times. I mean, yes, I'm on social media, but I do stupid stuff that makes people laugh. I'm not trying to send any messages out there other than, hey, this is cool in the world. Because I was doing dumb stuff. All the time I was doing dumb stuff. Congratulations, you're seeing a not too recently a teenager making dumb decisions on social media.
Yeah.
Hang on, I've got more news to talk about, like a kitten doing something cool on Facebook.
If I can play devil's advocate to that, everybody has the choice to not post something.
Absolutely.
Every age has the choice to not post something.
We have the ability. Does not mean we have the capability. And the two are different.
To me, this signifies that obviously Darrion Williams has some kind of beef with Grant
Yes.
McCaslin.
Didn't you already assume that, though?
It does not, to me, though, say that Grant McCaslin has done something overly wrong to Darrion Williams, because if you were paying attention during the season, there were things that you could have clued in on, and we clued in on these shows about Darrion Williams and Grant McCaslin.
Yes.
You go all the way back to the Houston game where he did not know that Darrion Williams was not going to play that game until right before the game, and he said as much in the post-game press conference.
Yes, he did.
And then you go back to Darrion Williams saying, I guess I was being dramatic after the Drake game in the NCAA tournament, and Grant cuts in and says, I didn't say it.
Yeah.
And then if you continue the thought, but I sure thought it.
Right, that's how that got. Yeah, there were clearly problems with those guys.
So,
clearly.
Look, I think that Darrion Williams probably returns in the perfect world, but there were obvious issues between him and Grant, which are probably exacerbated by some kind of NIL decision in the offseason. I think that's the explanation. That at some point, Darrion Williams felt slighted. Now, there's a lot of reasons for that. He could have felt slighted because Toppin was the main draw. Could have been slighted because Toppin's going to make more money. Could have been slighted because they wanted to go with Christian Anderson as the number 2 option. Could have been slighted because while he was making a decision, they signed LaJuan Watts, who's basically him 2.0.
Yep.
Who knows? Or it could have all been before that, and the two just got crossways this year, and he spent 2 years here and is now moving on.
That's where I lean.
I'm sure Chois will have his thoughts along with Jamie, Lint, and Clint Scott when they return on the bottom line for the next 2 hours. I partake in plenty of weird social media activity.
Bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Glad to be part of your Monday. This is the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score and 107thescore.com. Chois Woodman, Jamie Lint, here in the First United Bank studio. And it is that time where we very blindly project towards things, at things, on things. Specific, we are picking the Kansas Jayhawks today, Jamie.
Okay. I've heard of them.
Some people have. Last time we picked Iowa State as a group to go 10-2 and 8-1. That seemed excessive.
I feel like I am higher on the Jayhawks than most.
I think I am too.
Do you still have our personal records from last year?
From last year?
Yeah.
I could dig them up, like what we had for Kansas or what we
Yeah,
had.
like individually.
Do you really want to do this? 'Cause
Kind of. I want to remember.
you picked them pretty darn high. Are you going to do that again?
No. No, I am not.
Yeah, I think there's a chance that you and I, Jamie, may pick more so than or better than Clint on the.
Well, because I if I'm remembering right, I had them at 8 wins last year. That's why I want to remember if I'm misremembering that.
Okay, so Clint, you are misremembering that.
That's not good.
Jamie had Kansas at 8-4 and 5-4 last year. I had them 7-5 and 5-4.
Uh-oh. It's not good for me.
Clint had
11-1.
10-2 and 7-2 for your Jayhawks. Let's do it again. All right. So it is Jamie's turn to go first.
I think Clint needs to be going first. He
You think
can't go
so?
third. We know he can't go third.
Okay, we'll make him second.
Okay.
I'll go first. Oh, okay.
You're second. Anyway.
I'll go second.
He was in line to go second.
Who's
anyway.
first?
I'm last. Jamie's first. They have a week 0 game, they being the Jayhawks. They play against Fresno State.
Fighting Aaron Judges.
Is that what people think of? I think of that big old giant mustache guy that used to coach them forever.
Oh, I think of either of the Carr brothers.
Okay.
I think of Aaron Judge.
I don't
Also
think of him
Devontae
because I
Adams.
never saw him play at Fresno State. That's fine. I mean, I know he is Fresno.
He was big.
I'm sure he was. That didn't really change. All right, Jamie, who you got?
It's in Lawrence. This is a Explore Lawrence game. I'll take Kansas.
Who is this person
the-
you're exploring?
First,
Like every game that's a home game, there's a button that you can Explore Lawrence.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, there.
oh,
It's the first game in the new stadium.
that's what I thought. I was like, that's
kinda
what
what
they
I
were
thought it
doing
was,
is
yeah.
like, because they're planning on other stuff around the area and renovations. They got more coming. I thought, oh, that makes sense.
No, I got the Jayhawks.
I'll also take the Jayhawks.
Kansas wins it. Then they play Wagner. Or maybe that's Wagner. I don't know. I don't know if it's a German school or not. No one's ever heard of it for football. I have heard of Wagner for basketball. I did not know they had a football team. Kansas seems to do that. They pull out some teams where you're just like, didn't know that team played football, and then play against them. Who you got, Jamie?
I will take the Jayhawks.
KU.
I will take the Jayhawks.
KU. At Missouri.
This is the Storage Mart Border Showdown. I'll take KU all day, every day.
Good pick, Jamie.
At Missouri, Jamie.
He just told you.
No, he didn't.
What was Missouri's record last year?
They were 9-3.
That's what I was guessing.
All
yeah.
3 losses, blowouts to the good teams in the SEC they played. But to give them credit, they did take care of those lesser teams. It was like a close game every week between like wins like Oklahoma and Auburn and
Kinda feels
Mississippi
like
State
somebody's
and double
getting-
overtime for Vanderbilt,
Free rent in someone's head.
That's what it feels like.
replacing
He
a couple
very much
weapons.
knows his-
What are they going to do at quarterback? I
his
hope it's
enemy.
awful.
Yeah, I'll take Missouri.
Know your enemy more than you, Choice. what
I'll
I
take
always
Missouri as well.
I think
Don't you-
Missouri's going to win this game.
That hurt, didn't it? Real bad.
There's a couple of games on here that it's going to hurt Choice, and they're both rivalries.
September 20th is the bye week. No, that's a lie. September 13th
West
is the bye
Virginia.
week. September 20th is West Virginia at home, which is what game, Jamie?
It's sponsored by Ameritrust Credit Union.
I'll take your word that that's a real thing. Who you got?
I will take Kansas.
Kansas wins it.
I'm just not going second anymore. Yeah, I'll take Kansas.
Shoot.
You're the one who made the order.
I know.
I know, and we
I have it
can't
written
have
down right
him
here.
be the decider.
We don't want him to be the decider. Sorry. All right. Cincinnati at home.
The University of Kansas Health System game will be won by Kansas.
Okay. That is who you picked the first time, by the way.
I'm actually a little concerned with this matchup. I'm going to take Kansas because it's at home. Although if this was at Cincinnati, I would probably take them.
I'll take Kansas, and that was a replication of our picks from earlier. UCF, whatever UCF is.
USEF.
UCF.
Don't you dare call us Central Florida.
I'll call you
also,
USEF.
don't you dare call us USEF.
Then don't call me Golden Knights. Go ahead, Jamie.
USEF sounds like a hairdresser. Like, I went and saw USEF.
I think there is a UCF. It's something. Or is it UNICEF?
That had something to do with insurance. UNICEF.
I
or
think
something.
UNICEF is like some sort of international
Yeah,
organization. Go on.
I will take Kansas.
This time you get to.
I will take Kansas as well.
I'll take Kansas. I don't know why I don't feel great about that game. UCF's going to get someone this year.
I also,
At
well,
home?
like, the environment is going to catch up to somebody.
Yes, UCF's going to get someone at home for sure. Maybe a couple of someones, but don't feel great about that pick. At Texas Tech.
Red Raiders.
Also, the Red Raiders.
Red Raiders it is. We have picked exactly the same on every pick so far. It's a little scary through 7 games. Bye week for the Jayhawks on November, make that October 18th. And then Kansas State comes to Lawrence.
The Dillon's Sunflower Showdown, sponsored by Dillon's. What is Dillon's?
That is a grocery store chain.
I was going to guess hardware store. Darn it.
Grocery store / gas station
They
combo.
sell
mostly.
sunflowers.
I think you can buy them. They have a little flower section.
All right, Jamie. K-State or Kansas?
K-State.
Off the bye week.
I pick Kansas State in this a lot, and Kansas has knocked on the door for 3 straight years in this matchup. But it's not going to happen this year.
You okay, bud?
No, everyone's like, oh, we get Missouri and Kansas State both this year, and I'm like, I don't want to play in these games. I don't want to watch these games. I'm going to, but it's going to be painful.
I'll break it up for you. Kansas wins it. I'm doubling down on not believing in Avery Johnson.
That's why they call you Rock Choice Woodman.
All right, we're changing the pick back.
Rock Choice Woodman.
Can we have him put down?
Why'd you turn into a Muppet?
I am a Muppet.
Oklahoma State.
What do you mean
Jamie.
turned into?
Oh, we gotta hurry. We're running out of time. Oklahoma State.
Kansas.
The Jayhawks.
Kansas. At Arizona.
Can you tell me what I picked the first time?
All 3 of us pick Kansas.
Okay.
Staying with it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yes.
Okay. Bye week at Iowa State on the 22nd of November.
Iowa State.
Okay. I picked Kansas the first time for some reason.
I'm going to stick with my Iowa State pick.
Okay. And finally, Utah. to close out the regular season. Is this a Friday game, Jamie?
It is Friday, November 28th.
Okay, Friday game on November 28th. Jamie, home game for Jayhawks.
What did I pick the first time?
We have not
We
picked Utah
haven't
yet.
picked them.
I'll take Utah.
I'll take Kansas.
I'll take Utah. We'll tell you how it tallies up. Coming up, then we have a question of the day from Clint. Coming up next. This is the bottom line. What show are we on today? On 100.7 The Score.
Getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Happy Monday, all. This is the bottom line on 100.7 The Score and 107thescore.com. It's Scott with you from the First United Bank studio. We'll continue to pipe in. Get thoughts and comments on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. We just picked our 9th team of blind projections heading towards the Big 12 season, which was the Kansas Jayhawks. As a group, we had Kansas at 7-5 and 5-4 in conference.
I felt like we picked higher than that.
Did you?
I did.
The non-conference
2,
throws
3.
like if we drop one for a team in the non-conference, it skews my
Yeah.
what I thought we did, but that feels about right.
I was as high as anybody on the Jayhawks. I had them at 8-4 and 6-3. Is that right? Yeah, 6-3. Jamie,
I have him at 7-5.
you had them at 7-5 and 5-4. We're just out here to pick what Jamie picks. And Clint, you had the Jayhawks. Did you do this on purpose?
I don't think I did.
9-3?
No, I didn't have them 9-3. I had them losing to Missouri, Kansas State, Tech, and Iowa State.
Oh, then I have them 9-3.
I was like,
'Cause
what?
I wrote on the wrong line the Iowa State win. Why do I have them 9-3? That feels gross.
Rock Choice Jayhawk.
Rock
Oh, you have to stop doing that.
Yes, I agree.
Woodman.
So you had 8-4.
Woodman's waving the wheat.
Is that a Kansas thing?
Yes.
I thought it was a K-State thing.
It infuriates Kansas State because they're the ag school.
Okay.
They even put it in their end zone, I see.
They did. I like it a lot.
I
I'm a
do
fan.
not like my picks. So, all right. Good times. Let's get to a question.
Time now for Jamie's question of the day on 100.7 The Score. Brought to you by someone not named Jamie and presented by Connecticut of West Texas. Life's hard, your water shouldn't be.
All right, gentlemen, I have your question today. This goes out to you two and our fine listening audience. We have talked about some of the top returners for Texas Tech football. We have talked plenty about either the top or undervalued from both sides of the conversation when it comes to players through the transfer portal. But one thing we haven't done yet is ask this question, to my knowledge, unless it happened when I wasn't here. Of the returning Red Raiders on the football field, who is being undervalued the most?
We had an undervalued question the other day, but not of returners. I mean, I think you have a lot of options to pick from this. I feel like, Jamie, you could almost say almost everybody. I don't think Caleb Douglas is on this list. I don't think Jacob Rodriguez is on this list. But almost everybody has been overlooked that are returners because of how much attention there has been put on the new guys you've got coming in. There's a few, like a Caleb Douglas and a Jacob Rodriguez, and who else could you throw in there? I don't know.
Aaron Morton, maybe.
I don't know. I still think he's undervalued from some national perspectives. I mean, we saw him number 9 in the Big 12 on someone's list last week. So I think there's some undervalue going on there. But I'll answer it from a personal perspective, someone that I don't feel like I'm giving enough attention to.
I was going to say, how else exactly would you answer?
I think there's...
Answer for us?
No, I think you can answer for a media perspective.
Right.
Can't you?
Yeah, no, that's if you feel like they're not talking
Like, who's
about
not
somebody
getting
enough.
But for me, who I don't think I'm giving enough attention to is Ben Roberts. Ben Roberts is someone that had a phenomenal freshman season. Had to. Well, he didn't have to have a great season, but he was thrust into a situation that wasn't expecting to play. Had a really good freshman season. Believe he was a freshman All-American that year because Jacob Rodriguez was out. Playing side-by-side Jacob Rodriguez last year, I don't think he had as good of a season, but I do think you're going to see him still make a solid impact. And you're probably going to get to see him featured even more this year in just making tackles in the run game because you expect the first level to plug some holes up where you can get the running back closer to the line of scrimmage.
That's something we've talked about. Hey, the defensive line should be extremely helpful to the secondary, who's clearly trying to have a bounce-back year. But we haven't really talked about the defensive line was pretty good Ben Roberts' freshman year and helped him out a lot and allowed him to make plays. And last year,
Kalen Hutchins,
when you were sandwiched in between two groups that were struggling, on top of it, I think he was asked to do things in coverage that weren't exactly his strong suit. A lot of that should be cleared up this year with some of the improvements you've made.
Yep. So I think Ben Roberts is who I'd go with because I don't think I've focused on him hardly at all this offseason.
Well, I have two guys, and I go on offense. The first one is Coy Aiken. I just feel like we talk about so many other wide receivers before we get to him.
We do.
You've brought in a couple of guys, plus you have Caleb Douglas being thought to be one of the best in the conference, and Coy just makes things work. You know, he feels like a security blanket for Barron, and the guy that you want to go to a lot in key situations, and so I think he's key. And I think Jacoby Williams, because I think he can help you both in the run game and the passing game, but also in the return game. So I think that Jacoby Williams, because of his versatility, can really help you.
I don't disagree with any of that. Yeah, I think he will be
even though I don't think
factor.
He's your feature back.
I don't either, but I don't know how much feature you're going to see from the feature back. It's going to feel like less just because it's not Taj Brooks. Like it's going to feel like less this year, however much it is.
And I hope it does. I hope that's not.
Yeah, I want
as much as I
balance.
like you needed that and loved it from Taj. I hope we don't have the man. We're sure giving it to Joyner a lot. I mean, unless he's toting the rock 30 times and has 300 yards a game, then by all means, go for it. I also have two. I've got one from the offense and one from the defense. My defensive one is Mo Horn because he was a young player and at times looked like one of your best pieces in the secondary and at times also looked like a redshirt sophomore who was thrust in a position that maybe he wasn't quite ready for. But I think we overlook him because the secondary as a whole was so bad, yet it doesn't mean much for Bryce Pollock or to bring other guys in like Dante Balfour or Amir Boyd or Terrion Grant, whoever is on the field if the other side is just, a wide open gate. And I think Mo Horn showed you a lot of things to be excited about to where if he takes a step like he did from not playing at all to, hey, by the way, you're going to start every single game this year, then I think you have the chance when we look back and we're focused on the defensive line. Hey, well, you have the best defensive line in the Big 12. Hey, is this the best inside linebacker pair? We're not really talking about your cornerback duo of whose should be 1 and 2 with Bryce Pollock and Mo Horn. And I think that they've got a great shot of being, they were top 5 duo when it comes to your 1-2 cornerbacks in the conference. Now, having Pollock's talent helps that a lot as the first conversation. And also having safeties behind you, hopefully holding things down, will help them out too. But I think Mo Horn is one for me. And then offensively, it's Sheridan Wilson, because we've talked so much about the offensive line. We haven't talked about one of the guys. It's like, all right, that's our center. We don't have to do anything with this.
And there's a lot of people that kind of, when you sign Cash Cleveland, like, everybody, he's going to be your center. He's starting. I don't think that's going to be the case. He's still got 3 years left. But Sheridan Wilson is kind of seemingly locked down that center spot.
Cash Cleveland has to be one of the top redshirt considerations, right?
I think he'll be a rotation guy.
You think so?
And on the interior, I think he'll, because you want depth on the offensive line because it's something you haven't had.
Well, I think if you can redshirt him, though, you will.
Sure.
This has been the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score. Go to 100-7thescore.com for more from the Double T Sports Network.